Hello. Today we are going to make baubles inspired by Pinterest. It involves cutting out lots of little shapes and pinning them with some pins. Now the pins should all be the same colour really, but it's Christmas so it doesn't really matter, does it? So let's see how we get on. I'm not going to cut out all the shapes on video because that would be very noisy. I found out that the iPhone doesn't eliminate the noise as well as Teams does. So we'll do that off camera. We'll open up the packages and do that off camera as well, so you haven't got to listen to that. And then we will go from there. The dog is just about to eat a Christmas decoration, so it's a good time to disappear. So I've cut out the shapes. I'm doing one shape at a time. One colour at a time, just in case I don't like the look of it. And then I don't want to waste all my paper. So I just turned this upside, I just turned this upside down and went through it like that. Now, I don't know if we're going to have enough of one colour to go with this, but let's see. Should we just try and do white first? And then we'll do a row and we'll find out if I want more white or not. Another concern was how far these are going to go through without hitting each other. But let's find out. Let's find out. Might as well start at the top there. You see me, sorry. There we go. See, that looks cute, doesn't it? It's either going to take a lot more of these than I thought, or hardly any at all. But we'd like, I think if I put it there so it overlaps, then when that poofies up, it oh golly, I don't know if that's because the pins are shocking or the styrofoam is thicker than I thought. It's going to take quite a while, isn't it? I should have perhaps got a bigger punch, but I was being tight and I didn't want to pay for it, in all honesty. Oh, I think this is going to look cute. Although I'm not a pink Christmas person, the image on Pinterest was pink and it did look nice. But as you can see, I've got the green out. So if I like the way it goes, I can go with green if I've got enough pins left. I can always do that. I don't think I'm going to have enough white. So what I'm going to have to do is do a row here in that colour. And then I'm going to have to start alternating it from the get-go, aren't I? Because otherwise it's going to be obvious that I've run out. So let's go through all the colours. Let's do these next. How about you? Have you done handmade baubles or anything before? Handmade decorations, apart from the traditional paper chain. I do love the paper chain, I have to be honest. Are you traditional Christmas? Or are you into the modern, having pickles on a Christmas tree? Do you even celebrate Christmas? You may not even celebrate. It's currently the 2nd of December and I have done my decorations. I just need to finish the ones in the kitchen. It's putting those old-fashioned foil hangy things on the ceiling, but I came over a bit ill because obviously you have to put your head up while trying to hammer nails into, or tack pins into the ceiling, and I came over a bit sick. So I've only got one up so far, but I can do one a day. Won't take long, will it? Get it all up. I was thinking about putting lights up in there as well, fairy lights, but We'll see. We'll see. Because of the pup, Christmas decorations have changed somewhat. Used to be 3 trees around the house. Now there's going to be 1. It's harder than I thought. I didn't think polystyrene was going to be this hard. I do have another video coming up with doing a similar thing but much more traditional, and it's a kit I've bought from Pinflare, and I am certainly looking forward to making that. That'll be out shortly. I may well record it after this one. This is going to take forever, guys. What I might have to do is come away and then come back again, because I'm sure you're not going to want to watch me do all of it. But let's see. Let's do 1 round and see how long that takes. And I might end up spacing them further apart. That might be the issue. Now, this is an 8 centimetre. Oh dear. An 8 centimetre polystyrene ball. And it doesn't tell me the size of the punch, I'm afraid. Let's find out, just so you've got a guide for how long this nonsense is taking. So it's not even 2 centimetres, I'd say that's 1.6. Yeah, 1.6 these are. I could have measured that, dopey doll. So yes, if you're thinking about doing this, in fact, it was a pack of 3. I might have to not be so tight and invest in a bigger Stampy, because it's not only going to take me longer to do, it's going to use more pins as well, isn't it? Enjoy the process, enjoy the process. What colour should we have finishing that off? Let's go with these. Oh, one's missing a head there. Lovely. These look a bit manky, these ones, don't they? Oh. Handmade and all of that. You've been watching anything? Have you started your Christmas TV watching? Do you have traditions for what you watch at Christmas? I like watching Harry Potter. That always gets me in the mood. And then I think it's because the first one is quite Christmassy, isn't it? It's all wintry and lovely. I think that's why, as opposed to the actual movies, because someone did point out the other day that if I watch them gradually throughout Christmas, they get darker. So how is that cheerful? Which I'd never thought of before. But fair point. I also like Deck the Halls. That is my favourite Christmas movie. And obviously Elf. They are putting it on at the cinema, aren't they? So yeah. That's come out at the local cinema for Christmas, which I haven't seen in previous years. So, oh dear, look. I haven't seen that in previous years, so that's nice that they've brought that out. That looks odd. Right, so if we've been counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26. Right, so it takes 26 to get round if you're looking for a reference point. And then we can go back up this way. I've been watching The Serpent Queen came out, didn't it, on Sky? So that's been good. I've been watching that. I've enjoyed that. I watched, I finished watching, it's interesting because I finished watching, I think it's The Thin Blue Line, is it? The Thin Blue Line? I think that's right. I finished watching that. Never seen that. I'm not sure how I missed it. I'm wondering if it was on, I think it was always on Gogglebox. And so then that just put me off because they always show you what's going on, which is quite ridiculous. But I do like Gogglebox, and I obviously preference that over watching the series. And so I think that's why I didn't watch it. But anyway, it's now come about that they've got a brand new series coming out after many a moon. Because I thought it was supposed to be the last one. So it's nice that I've watched the old series, so I'll be ready for that. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that are now going to watch the old series who haven't watched it before, or getting a refresher. I do that sometimes. I used to do that with what's that thing with the family that were arguing all the time over money? The trillionaire people. Succession. When a new series would come out, I'd watch the old series to get a refresher. But yeah, that was quite good. It'd be interesting to see what they do with the new series. And because the guy, oh no, I'm not going to say anything. I won't say anything, just in case people haven't watched it. I have to be careful of that. Talking away here, and didn't even check to see if you could see what I was doing. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything else about that. Other series that I've watched, Vinyl. That's quite an old series. I'd never don't even recall seeing that advertised. I'm wondering if all this stuff came out when I didn't have Sky. I went through a period of not bothering. So I wonder if it happened during that time. Who knows? And then, so I watched those. The Serpent Queen, did I say I watched that? Enjoyed that, that was good. You'll soon discover I've got a history, I like history, and I've got a project coming up that I'm going to do that is related to history and recording all the facts and crafty ways to do it and get it in your memory, and you know, like the commonplace book, not the modern version of the commonplace book, but the actual what commonplace book used to actually mean, not the I'm making it up to get views version of a commonplace book, but the true version of it. It's similar to that, but not in book form. Ooh, I bet you're all intrigued now, aren't you? So yeah, obviously I'm not taking the Serpent Queen as fact for all of those that are about to message in. I am well aware that Elizabeth I didn't leave Britain and toddle off to new horizons across the pond to visit the Serpent Queen, which is why I am going to look further into it, because obviously I know that for entertainment purposes these things can be misleading. This actually isn't taking as long as I thought it would. It is coming together pretty well. What colour can we do next? Let's do, we just had green, let's do yellow. And let's see, I don't know if we'll be able to space them out enough to, I've gone just past the halfway point there, so based on this line here, so we might be able to stretch these so they go all the way to the other end, so we haven't got an odd colour. And we've gone, the first one was pretty on point, wasn't it, for straightness. This one isn't. The next project, I'll show you it before we before the end of this. I've bought the guide that helps you get the stuff through straighter, the stuff on the bauble lined up straighter. I didn't initially, but then I thought actually I should have just invested in that at the time of my original purchase, because then you can, number one, do it straighter, and it'd be easier to recreate your own later date. Right, there we go. Now, I think I've already actually decided I'm not going to make 3 of these on camera because they are time consuming. And I think I would have preferred them. No, let's do that separate. All one colour. Okay, I finished. Unfortunately, the flowers are rather lost, and it just looks like lots of pins in a pink thing. From a distance, up close you can see the flowers. I'm not blown away. It might have been different if I used bigger flowers and the same colour pins. But what I've decided, well, let me tell you how much of stuff I used. So that's what's left of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. And then we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these discs, and they take 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40 of those. So that's like 200 pins that took then. Which is a lot. 4, 8, 12, 16, 200. Yeah, just over. So it used a lot of pins, and that much 12 by 12. So it's cute, I'll keep it, but I'm not blown away by it. I didn't magically cut out the right number of flowers. I have been in since and redone them. But what I'm going to do with the 2 leftover polystyrene balls that I have is use them for this if I like it. Now, this is the other bauble project I've got from Pinflair, bauble fabric, Christmas fabric baubles. And how to make them, and you can see they look stunning. And this is a little kit, and it's got everything in there that I need. We've got pins again, that's fine. She uses glue, she uses a little gadget which you will see in the video, but they look stunning. So we will come back and hopefully you will join me for that video, and let's see what's happening with the sun at that time. It's only an hour since I last spoke to you, and as you can see, the sun's having fun with the desk. But thank you for joining me, and I will see you again soon. Bye.